All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry, and guys, this week has been incredible for gaming. This video is about Back 4 Blood, but I do want to give a quick little shout out to the new Warzone Rebirth event going on right now. My God, it's so much fun. We also had a new fucking Eminem album drop. New Kid Cudi was like last week. Like shit's actually, it's been a decent December. And I got a chance to sit down with the homies, with the squad, and we played Back 4 Blood. I was able to play quite a few hours of the alpha, and if you guys missed the video last week explaining like what Back 4 Blood is, go check it out. You're gonna see it like the top right of your screen or whatever. Back 4 Blood is essentially the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, but it's being made by some of the original people that worked on Left 4 Dead, Turtle Rock Studios. They also made Evolve, which I know a lot of people have been coming to me and they're like, Big Fry, how can we trust these guys after they made Evolve? I didn't like Evolve, and I'll be completely honest with you, I wasn't a fan of it. I never really made videos on it, I didn't talk about it, it's just a game I didn't enjoy. I'm not really big into like asymmetrical multiplayer games, so I stay away from stuff like, you know, Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th. This game, however, is Left 4 Dead, but almost like a slower, little bit more like teamwork-oriented gameplay loop. And what I mean by that is you have the same kind of linearity when it comes to the levels. You're moving from safe zone to safe zone. There's, you know, fast moving things that like, you know, jump around and try to like slime you and trap you. There's big tank looking like ogres. There's smaller versions of that like roam around the map. There's this dude with like this huge, like, you know, like I jerk off every day arm, and he just slams you around, tosses you around. The atmosphere is really cool. Zombies galore. The game as an alpha is actually pretty solid. I ran into a few issues with, you know, just like zombies kind of glitching out and not moving when you like look over the ledge and see like this is where they spawn. Once you learn the map, you can kind of like know where the zombies are going to start coming from. We ran into some server issues. The optimization, I think, is the biggest issue with this game, but I really enjoy what they're doing with the deck system. You're able to build your own essentially like mutator deck. Some cards are like straight buffs, some cards are like really good buffs, but you take like, you know, decrease movement speed for a sec. You know, it all depends on what kind of build you want to do, and that's really the best part about it is you can now play this game however you really want. Now, there are some limitations to that I've seen that I'm not a big fan of. Like, there's a character who's, you think that they're gonna be like a melee style build because they spawn with like a baseball bat. So if you happen to choose that character, you better have like a loadout card in your deck that, you know, you can start with like an AK. There's a character that starts with a machete, and that's it. So I feel like the deck system really allows you to build the style of play that you want to play. But then I find that you're limited by the choice of your character, because each player can lock into one character and nobody else can choose them. And those characters come with their own sets of attributes. I play Hoffman because my chat says that he looks like how I look in like 10 years, which is kind of scary. However, very accurate. And he has like this vest that allows you to like pick up more stuff. There's a character with a machete, character with a baseball bat, but I think the baseball bat character has another weapon as well. But those are melee focused characters, and there's no way to really like choose a loadout outside of putting a card in your deck that gives you a starting loadout. I really wish they'd go further with character customization in this. I wish we could choose a loadout using fucking points, or if we have a deck of cards, we can maybe just burn cards to choose what gun we want to start with at the beginning, and just have a little bit more customization. Because if I choose Hoffman and somebody really likes to like shoot and they're not a melee build character, right now they're kind of forced to play that role, and I'm not really a big fan of that. The deck allows like limitless opportunity to play how you want, but the characters themselves aren't built like that. That's probably my only like in terms of like design that I wish they would really look into. But it's cool because as you're going through the levels, you're collecting copper, and then every time you get to a safe zone, you can go to the vendor and you can buy like attachments for your weapons. There's like different perks and abilities, grenades, bandages. You just buy that and you just make your way through the level. One thing that I was told about before I played the game is that it is incredibly difficult when you ramp up the difficulties. I tried it on Nightmare. It's brutal. So we dropped it down to Survivor. At this point of recording, I've still yet to complete the only act in the beta, but I'm having such a good time just running through, trying to just not get completely overwhelmed with the amount of shit that is going on screen. Zombies, fucking acid spewing. It's Left 4 Dead with like subtle tweaks to how you can navigate through the levels. Like in Left 4 Dead, there were things called car alarms. So if you jumped on a car or if you shot a car, it would go off and that would bring the horde, right? In this one, there's door alarms. And I don't know how I feel about it. If you like bash open a door or if you touch certain doors in the level, there's an alarm and it brings the horde, and I like that idea, but sometimes I find there's no other way around it. Like when you had a car alarm and you were like creeping through, you could like maneuver around it. And they have that with what they call birds or crows. So there's like flocks of crows around, and if you sprint through them or around them, they alert the horde. I like that you have the option to like bypass it and try to like move more stealthily through the levels. I like that idea, but when you hit a door that has an alarm on it and there's no other way around it, you're getting a horde regardless. So it feels a little bit more linear in that sense, but the gameplay itself is really fucking enjoyable. This isn't EFT. You're not going to be worrying about like recoil patterns and the way the guns handle. The guns feel good. Getting headshots feels great. Listening to the melee just smash heads. Everything about the game itself in terms of like its atmosphere, the graphics, and the art aesthetic, I really fucking enjoy. The game needs to be optimized heavily before June, and I trust them to get that done. I think if that's the only problem that we're running into, obviously we had like server issues and other stuff, but it's because they were taking it down and updating it. The game is really, really fun. I'm actually really fucking excited that this is all like happening right now. We get the announcement last week, alpha today, and I don't know if they're gonna have more tests in the future, but if they are, I definitely want to play more. Right now, the alpha has one act you go through. I think there's 4 chapters. I think the farthest we've made it was the 3rd one because we're playing on harder difficulties, and it's just really fun to play with your friends. This is like returning to, in my opinion, the golden era of gaming. 2008 to 2011, I think, were just perfect years. So many new IPs, Left 4 Dead being one of those, and now we get to see the fucking return of one of the most popular Valve-driven franchises ever by the same people that actually made the first one, which I think is pretty fucking cool. If you guys want to see more about the game and just watch like my raw, unfiltered, uncut opinion, you guys can go over to my Twitch channel. There's a VOD there from the other day. You'll see it says Back 4 Blood in the title. You guys can literally watch the entire play session. It's live and public for everybody to watch. And while you're over there, hit the follow button. I'm live 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. We're over there playing games, trying new things. We had quite a few people come through for the games yesterday, and it was just a really good time. And after the year we've had, after, you know, multiple delays and just 2020 in general, definitely needed a game like that to kind of finish out the year, so I'm pretty psyched. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys fucking with Back 4 Blood? Are you excited for it? A lot of you seemed excited on the last video I did. Let me know what you guys think. If you played the alpha, I definitely want to hear your thoughts, and I really hope you guys have an amazing fucking holiday. I know, again, this year has been fucking wild. Now's the time, if you guys can get together with family, maybe get together with a friend, or just try to enjoy that human connection. 2020 has really opened my eyes to just how much I've been lacking in that department. But I hope you guys have an awesome holiday. Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is you guys celebrate, just know I appreciate every single one of you for clicking on the videos, watching, and riding with me throughout this crazy roller coaster of a year. Again, my name is Big Fry. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.